Good evening. Welcome to the 2017 Schoolgirls Lacrosse State of Washington Championship tonight. Eastside Catholic against Bainbridge. Scott Ohsman. You'll see Emily Durbin here in just a second, but let's turn our attention to an alumni here. Another Emily Cohen, playing for Claremont McKenna. Emily, what can you say about you played at Roosevelt, coming back in your experience as a freshman, where you did okay this year for Claremont McKenna, playing at this level for the state of Washington? How did it prepare you?
It was awesome. I had a lot of really great coaches, Hillary Bowen and Sarah Towner. They were just awesome. They were great. They were really nitpicky and told me what to fix, and it got me to where I was at Claremont. So.
And do you have friends out here tonight that are playing for this state championship? I'm sure it's a small community. You played in a lot of off-season stuff. Do you know a lot of the kids? Or?
Yeah, I know a good portion of the Bainbridge team from Tammy, who was my club coach, and then I played with a lot of them on Team Washington and in PSS. So I'm really rooting for Bainbridge.
Are you? Okay, so what does Bainbridge, we'll give you your future if you want to do analyst work, in the future. What are the keys for Bainbridge to kind of, get a win tonight? They won 19-16 last game of the regular season. What's the key thing you got to do?
I think a big thing is going to be the draw. Eastside Catholic is really good at the draw. I think that if they get control of the draw and they control themselves on attack, I think it's going to be a good game for them.
All right, and you won some kind of award, I'm told, in your league as a freshman for an attacker, right?
Yeah, I got all conference. I got all conference, and I made the first team in Skyax, which is really exciting.
And how many kids on that team are from the state of Washington?
On Claremont McKenna?
Yeah.
A good chunk of them. A good chunk. Wow.
That's okay. I stumped her.
A lot of them.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming back. Congratulations on all the success. And we'll see you go to the national championship next year, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you. Emily, I'm going to bring in the queen of the one-liners, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Emily Durbin. Emily, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great tonight, Scott. And you?
I'm good. It's a lot better weather tonight than it was at the semifinals here. About 65, slight overcast, beautiful day here south of Seattle. Eastside Catholic, Bainbridge. Oh my, you better not look away, right, Emily? What do you expect tonight?
I expect to see the two best teams in the state take it to each other. I think they have matched up pretty well throughout the season. They've challenged each other in one event before, and I know that Bainbridge Island is looking to continue that win to get the win tonight, and then Eastside Catholic's looking for a little bit of revenge in this big game.
Last year, Eastside Catholic, they won their first state championship. They came in undefeated. This year, Bainbridge comes in undefeated. This is their 20th appearance. I want to make a correction. I was incorrect on the semifinals. And it's their chance to win their 10th. Speed, not really an issue. It's all about the draw and the defense. Let's start real quick, Emily. Bainbridge, how are they going to stop the high power? They have 5 Division I college players here on Eastside Catholic. How does Bainbridge stop the powerhouse?
You're going to stop it first by getting the draw and owning possession. If they can't score if they don't have the ball, Scott.
Really?
Imagine that.
That's breaking news. Breaking news just in. Okay, switch to Eastside Catholic as we see Jamie Osaka come. All the stars are out tonight here at the championship. Let's go to Eastside Catholic. Bainbridge, they're so precise. They're so skilled. It's hard to rattle them. How is Eastside Catholic going to get them out of their system?
Sure, you've got to not let them run their system. I think getting in their face early, not allowing them to play their game, if you can kind of shake up their game plan, I think you're going to have an edge to get in and maybe get the win tonight.
We will see. It should be fast. It should be furious. It should be a lot of fun. We'll be back with more on more of the players and the keys right after this. It's the Washington State Championship here, Schoolgirls Lacrosse State of Washington 2017 on STSPN right after this.
Hoorah!
Back here at the 2017 Washington High School Girls Lacrosse Championship. Scott Ohsman, Emily Durbin, and Lindsay Gillis will join us in a few minutes. You heard a little bit about these teams. Let's run down the numbers. Eastside Catholic out of the independent division, 7-0, 13-2 overall. One of those losses, as we mentioned, to Bainbridge Island on May 5th, 19-16. We talked to head coach Colette Foreman, also assistant coach Alex Foreman, and also Quan Johnson from Eastside Catholic before the game, Emily, and we asked them, can we take anything away from that loss or from that game? What'd they say?
Sure. They said that they actually felt like it was a win in all the things that they learned about themselves and about their opponent. They feel that that kind of gave them an edge and gave them a little bit more motivation to get focused and get it done here tonight.
Trying to look for their back-to-back championship here tonight, and they have unbelievable firepower. If you haven't seen them, Maddie McMaster, the junior number 2, heading to University of Florida, one of the top big teams, actually taken out by USC last week as we're getting ready to go. Then Olivia Jacobson, OJ, the senior, heading to Notre Dame. Just spectacular. 4 goals in her semifinal win over Issaquah, and the list goes on. Sophia Sereno, number 14. She's a senior heading to University of California at Berkeley. And you've got Carlin Riley, the senior, 3 goals, 7 draw controls versus Issaquah in their big semifinal win. And we're not even done yet. Alexis Steffens, they'll call her Lex Steffens, only a sophomore, heading to Louisville. Sarah Williams, the goalie, who didn't play in that loss earlier this year against Bainbridge, the junior, she's heading to Wolford. So Eastside Catholic, it's just which kind of weapon power here do you want to pick? You can't guard everybody.
That's absolutely right. I would probably focus in on Carlin Riley and OJ. Each of them together average 4.7 for Carlin Riley and 4.0 points per game. So they're going to be their good goal makers and assisters tonight.
Well, we'll see, like you said, and now switching over to Bainbridge as Jamie Asaka comes up and says hello, the longtime head coach for Lakeside. Also, she's got some championships under her belt. But Bainbridge, you know, they got in this game a couple years ago. The last appearance was in the championship in 2015. They lost to Issaquah. And they last won in 2012 over Lake Sam. But let's talk about this Bainbridge. We can't go down the roster and tell you all the big Division I schools that you see the stick check happening. But you can see these kids are just steady, Emily. Who stands out on that Bainbridge team for you?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Mackenzie Chapman, Mac Attack on her side. She's averaging 7.6 points per game. She's got 90 draw controls this season, Scott. So she herself is knocking on the door of that Century Club that OJ jumped into last game. I'm also looking at Maggie Sweeney. She's got 36 goals, 16 assists, and she was a complete beast in the semifinals.
Big cheering for the head coach there. We have the Eastside Catholic, Tammy Tomla, being announced right over there. You have Eastside Catholic in your camera. But back to Mac Chap, they kind of call her Mac Attack. In the big win to get to this game over Issaquah, they beat them 17-11. She had 6 of those goals, 2 ground balls, 9 draw controls, and 1 caused turnover. That is a heck of a line. Yeah,
she's going to be a person to stop tonight. Find her and find her early. If you've got her to play on defense, don't let her out of your sights.
If they face guard her, though, they have plenty of other weapons. And we saw a big one, number 12, for Bainbridge, Sophia Hagstromer. She just kind of camped out in her spot, the left-hander. She had 4 goals in the big win. She is a load on the other side, so you have to be careful you stop her.
She's has 65 goals in the season, but she also has put up 40 assists this year. So she's not only looking for that left-hand side, but she's ready to dish the rock anytime she gets the opportunity.
Maggie Sweeney, we just saw her mom, Laura, down there. Just talk about the grit and the toughness and the hustle in Maggie Sweeney. Again, she had 3 goals in that semifinal win, 6 draw controls, and she was the difference, a big part of that with Chapman, Maggie Sweeney, she's something to watch.
Absolutely. Like I said in the pregame, I think it's really going to come down to who is taking possession of these draws. Who's going to get the ball and who's going to make the most opportunities.
And if you can get Bainbridge to turn it over, which is very rare, that bodes well.
Yes, you have to capitalize on it, though. You can't just let it go. You can't get the ball and hold on to it and then give it up. Any opportunity needs to be taken to its max.
We talked to Tammy Tomala before the game. She said the team seems calm. They talked about how fortunate they were to be here again and how they're going to enjoy the moment. And she just had kind of a calmness to her, didn't she, Emily?
She very much did. I'm jumping through my skin right now, so excited for this game. And here Tammy is, very even keel, hasn't peeled off of their game plan that they've had all year. She said the kids really talked about things that they were happy and thankful for being a part of a team. It's not about any records or anything that's coming up. It's just about, hey, what can we do tonight and how can we be together today?
Here we go. It's Bainbridge. It's Eastside Catholic playing for the state championship. We'll have the draw coming up right after this on STSPN. Let's bring in Coach Lindsay Gillis as they get ready for the draw. Lindsay, any big moments here as things you're going to be looking for in this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an important matchup at the draw for both teams. We have some serious athletes on the circle. It'll be interesting to see right off the bat if Carlin and it looks like, is that Maggie Sweeney taking it for Bainbridge or is that Havel? I can't tell
Havel.
from here.
Kira Havel.
So, if they try to draw to themselves or put the ball in the circle, I wouldn't be surprised if they were looking to go to Mac and OJ. But it will definitely come down. It'll be a battle at the draw tonight.
Thank you, Lindsay Gillis. We'll have more from her throughout the match. And we are underway. Ball still down, and there's that new rule. Our officials tonight, Edith Harris, Sarang, Maggie O'Sullivan, as that's big number. That's Sophie Hagströmer, who had a tremendous game in the semifinals, the left-hander. with the ball. Bainbridge in white, Eastside Catholic there in the navy, and she gets loose and she puts it through past Sarah Williams. What a move from the lefty.
Not wasting any time, Scott. As soon as we get possession, take it down, get the look, and drive to goal. Atta go.
Sarah Williams, the Eastside Catholic goalie, she didn't play against Bainbridge in that loss on May 5th. She comes in 8-1 though, 43.4% save rate. The junior headed to Wolford, and just like that, it is 1-0 Bainbridge.
Here we go. Let's see if someone can pick it out of the air here and make it a little bit cleaner than the last time. The referee awarded us a possession instead of it earned a little bit.
Carlin Riley, number 23 for Eastside Catholic there in the navy, and the orange for Eastside Catholic against Havel one more time. And there's Maggie Sweeney going after it. And who's going to come up? And it's going to be Bainbridge ball, and that's Mackenzie Chapman, number 44. We told you all about her stats. She is a stat stuffer. 6 goals in the semifinal win over Snohomish, which they beat Snohomish 17-11. Maggie Sweeney, number 20, with the ball now in the middle of the field as she gets into the 12. Hagströmer with the ball now on that left side. Got an isolation one more time. That's dangerous. Mariana Steiner there with a tough task.
Eastside Catholic not wasting any time to send the double. I think they learned a little bit from watching Bainbridge in the semis when Bainbridge would pull that way out to the side and kind of wait back and just bait the defense. They're going more onto attack there, that Eastside Catholic.
Chapman tries to get it down low, but it's picked off there, Riley, and quickly out to McMaster.
Beating the defense down. Ooh,
wide
there
open.
It is. It's a hair parter right down the middle of the goal.
Sasso, the sophomore, almost like an alley-oop, and you see it one more time.
That's that goal is really what Eastside Catholic is all about. They like to get the ball up, they like to spread the defense, and they seem to get somebody behind that deepest player each time down. Nice shot.
Sasso, the sophomore, gets the first goal past Twee Ortiz. Let's talk about the Bainbridge goalie. She's just a sophomore. She had one of her season high 12 saves versus Eastside Catholic, one of her largest shot on goal, 28 of the season. So we'll look to see how Twee adjusts here. All tied up, 1-1.
Coming off the draw, and there it is again, Eastside Catholic picking it up. Maddie McMaster.
She goes right in, tries to, there is Olivia Jacobson, number 7. And Sarang there, the official with the call. We'll set up our first free position of the game. 22:43 left to go in this first half. Maddie McMaster heading to University of Florida. She's just a junior.
Opportunity to go ahead here. Let's see how she plays it.
Now she gets defended. Now it's in the circle, and Twee picks it up. McMaster, though, she had 4 goals in the semifinal win, an errant clear. Big pickup there, ground ball by Collins, Eleanor. Now it's in Mackenzie Chapman. And there's a call by Sarang, and it's a yellow card. That's on Lauren Banks.
Lauren Banks, one of the key cornerstones of the defense here for Eastside Catholic. This might hurt here.
The junior was injured. She didn't play in that loss against Bainbridge when they played on May 5th. They were also missing Sarah Williams, their starting goalie.
Yeah, this is Lauren's first yellow card of the season.
Chapman gets it over to the older Havel. Kira Havel, 1 goal in that semifinal win over Snohomish. Now to her younger sister, Kendall Havel, just a freshman. She had 3 goals. I wonder if they talked about that, Emily. Sweeney strikes.
Sending it up top. Wow, Bainbridge changing it up completely on that, not taking it to that right side, not pulling it out very wide. Couple passes up top, and then just finding that open cutter. Look at this here on this replay. Boom, shaka laka laka laka.
Maggie excited, as she should be. And 2-1, Bainbridge takes the lead in the early going. We told you, don't get up to get some popcorn because you're going to miss something with these two teams.
A little bit of running on the goal circle, see if we're going to change it at all. Pretty similar to how we've been before.
Sweeney with another draw control call.
Referee's calling it pretty tight tonight. Any contact so far has been called and awarded to the person getting the ball. 6
draw controls for Sweeney in the semifinal win. That was pivotal. Chapman at the top against Olivia Jacobson. They're going to call Olivia, and Chapman with a free position outside the 8. Sarah Williams looking at it. Now she reattacks. Top shelf, but there's a whistle before.
No goal. Oh, that's a moment I bet they wish we had continuation in this sport here.
Maggie O'Sullivan resetting now. Chapman, top pipe, rebound there by Sweeney.
Finding that open person on that right side.
Havill had it, lost it. EC comes up with it. Mariana Steiner, the junior, number 1.
That's a close call there for Eastside Catholic. They're coming out with the ball here. Let's see what they can do.
Olivia Jacobson going to Notre Dame on Mackenzie Chapman at Stanford. Commit, bangs into Sweeney. It's quick whistle there as OJ, as they call her, with the ball.
Quick
pass.
There it is.
High, and that's number 33.
Taking it up to the penthouse on that one.
Lex Stephens, the sophomore, the Louisville commit, gets a goal. Didn't have one in the semis. I bet she wanted to get a touch quickly. Just see it one more time.
That's her 21st goal of the season. You can see a little bit of communication beforehand. Right here, they know what they're going to do. She gets it in, and there it is.
Very tough there for Twee, the goalie, Bainbridge. So tied up 2-2, 19:39 left to go in this first half. Scott Ohsman, Emily Durbin, Lindsay Gillis with you. Todd Elvig, our executive producer. Josh Elvig on second camera. Glad you're with us. Sweeney one
again.
more time. Maggie gets it to Sophia. Hagströmer, the lefty, gets it right by.
There it is. Perfect placement on that. Top left, that's non-stick side of the goalie. You see her bait the defense down, take it right to the center, and just strike.
She started off hot in the win against Snohomish, Emily. She's already got 2 here. She had 4 goals, most of that damage being done in that first half. They keep isolating her on the left side. That's exactly where she likes it.
Yeah, and the Eastside Catholic has to do a better job of recognizing that and sending that help double sooner. It's going to take a whole rotation of their defense to make sure they don't get passed off over the top. But that's the change they need to make at this moment to stop that.
Bainbridge up 3-2. It'll switch here on your time. And this one goes to EC. McMaster, one of the great names in sports, Maddie McMaster. I could have been a McMaster. Shout out to my dad watching in Scottsdale. By the way.
Ooh, nice pass. You see Maryland perform that play all the time.
Carlin, good stop by. Eastside Catholic retain it, and that's better. So she's already got one goal. More. Back out. Here's Lex. And Lex will create by that move with our first, I believe, shooting space. Probably not. Shooting space violation tonight. New rule here in the state of Washington. Not a new rule, the shooting space, but it's a different one. Here we go. It's another stop by Twee.
2 in a row for her.
Eastside Catholic picks it up. Carroll gets it. And Jesse Carroll had a goal in that semifinal win over Issaquah.
Eastside Catholic with another attempt down here. Bainbridge is making some nice stops, but they got to get that ball back.
Jesse round the cage back there. Now she decides to come in. Spins and shoots right by. What a move by Jesse Carroll.
Man, what a spin move there. Crease roll in, a little hesitation fake. She takes the bait, turn, boom.
My goodness, she had one against Issaquah. 25 goals on the season for Jesse Carroll, the sophomore. And now we're tied up 3-3.
On the season, that's Jesse Carroll's 27th goal. She has 19 assists and has picked up 18 ground balls this season.
Colette Foreman, the Eastside Catholic. They lost 8 seniors last year in that championship, the first championship there for Eastside Catholic. And here they are trying to repeat. Havel on the circle in white there for Bainbridge. And they're hanging with Carlin Riley for Eastside Catholic.
Illegal draw. Eastside Catholic takes it down.
Carlin very speedy. Talking to the coaches about her. She had committed to St. Mary's in Moraga, California, and then just a month ago or so, they decided to discontinue their D1 women's lacrosse program.
Yeah, setting up an isolation play here where we see all the players kind of vacate and head down to the backside of the goal.
Slow whistle, no worries. Puts it right in the back of the net. That's a tough cover for 18, Havel, as you see it one more time.
Nice and slow. Eastside Catholic just kind of subtly all sinks down and opens up that lane for her. Man, she's making the most of that.
King trying to get that slide over to help out, but you miss it by a heartbeat, and it's lights out.
She's going to beat you.
Eastside Catholic now 4, Bainbridge 3, 17-20 left to go. Welcome in STSPN's presentation of Washington Girls State Championship Lacrosse. We're glad you're with us here from the Starfire Sports Stadium in Tukwila, Washington, about 15-20 minutes south of downtown Seattle. Twee, the Bainbridge goalie, had a couple good saves as we see who, and there's Olivia Jacobson getting her draw control. That is how she wakes up every day. She's got so many, over 104, 105 now.
She's got 105 right now, Scott.
Eastside Catholic with that 1-goal lead. Now they get to McMaster on the front. They switch off.
Again, the little flip pass. Trying to create something from the top. They haven't passed it behind the goal too much tonight, but they're very active behind the goal, having 2, 3, and even sometimes 4 players back there to open up space.
Riley tests it, brings it back now. Olivia Jacobson.
Ooh, she's ready for the shake and bake.
Gets it back to her. 6, Susan Christensen, a junior there, number 6 in the game, had it for a second. Now behind the cage is Olivia. Olivia, crease roll. Low bouncer, Twee gets in the way just enough, and a good hustling place. Hopefully Mackenzie Chapman's okay. She slipped there as she off the turf. And that hustle pays off.
Yeah, she's ready to go coast to coast with this. Let's see what she does. She's got one sneaking up behind. Hopefully she knows the Wolf is coming.
She had 7 goals in the win on May 5th against Eastside Catholic. Hagströmer. Now they double, as you guys were talking about earlier.
Off-ball whistle call here. I missed the hand signal, Scott.
3-second call with some help there from Jim Anderson, our PA. That's Jamie Kruger, the senior, number 13, called there. Now they're working some time.
Good, taking it back behind, seeing what's developing. Where are they finding their mismatches?
Havel passes it.
What I love seeing about both of these teams is how spread out their offenses are. Out to the 15-meter most of the time, only getting into that 12 when they're running something very specific where a girl's got to hop on their defense.
Maggie Sweeney now.
Ooh,
the
pick off
general
the top.
finds an opening. Save by Williams.
Williams all over that.
Here's the transition. Both teams so good. Carlin Riley. Wide open lane. Boom, just like that. Almost coast to coast.
Man, Scott, put a dime in the jukebox. This girl has come to the big dance tonight. Look at her run right by. You can almost see it that she's going in. Nobody's stopping her. Boom.
That's cold-blooded when you're running downhill right there.
That's your goalie's worst nightmare right there. Someone put a body on her. Someone put a stick on her. Don't let her go through the roof and take it to the house.
Eastside Catholic 5, Bainbridge 3. Carlin Riley, she had 3 goals in their win against Issaquah on Tuesday night to get here. And there's going to be a call, Sarang, and Mackenzie Chapman can't believe it.
I can't believe that either. And in the sphere call for going up, I definitely didn't have the angle on that.
Nonetheless, Eastside Catholic now up by 2 goals. 13:56 left to go in this first half. Out top, Olivia Jacobson. It's just a matter of time, Coach Durbin, until she gets into it.
They're passing it around. They're looking for those shots.
And there's a save by Twee.
Yeah. Errant pass out, though.
The clear on the far side, and you can see there's Hall of Famer head coach Tammy Tomla giving her recommendations, I'm sure. And it'll be Bainbridge ball there on the far side, and that's the young Kendall Havel.
Yeah, we talked about Tammy and her playing for her potential 7th state championship tonight. She was inducted into the U.S. Lacrosse Washington Chapter Hall of Fame in 2010. Coach of the Year in 2005.
Kinsey Chapman working on Olivia Jacobson. Play a lot in the off season. Olivia steps back, 4 away, and Chapman, our player of the game for the semifinal. Chapman goes high. Boy, uses the scalpel that time. Precision.
Yeah, Sarah's getting a little bit of a haircut up there with those high shots tonight.
Mac Chap's first tonight, but she ended the regular season coming into the semifinals with Nicole Victory from Issaquah with 75 goals on the season. That is high octane. Bainbridge answers there. Makes it a 1-goal game. 5-4. You'll see that updated here on your scoreboard, on your screen here. We're tied into the scoring system. There's that rule right there where they can't go over the restraining line. Maggie Sweeney plays it beautifully, as she has done. And
a no call there.
And Carlin Riley, she just maybe tripped up. I'm not sure. I don't know if we can take another look at that. Let's see right here. I'm not sure if she just tripped. Oh, just got caught up in the foot. And it's more about just how she landed there.
Yeah, doing a player substitution, keeping it safe.
Hope Carlin's okay. The senior, just a big part, 57 goals like we talked about. 7 draw controls on Tuesday night as Bainbridge takes it. There's Hagströmer.
Bainbridge setting up a little bit of a stack and then coming off the top side of that stack. There it is.
Chapman, saved by Williams.
Sarah says, not in my house anymore.
Williams with a flip there to Banks. Lauren Banks excited tonight. She didn't get to play against Bainbridge when they met at Eastside Catholic. Jacobson misses a rare miss there at point-blank range.
Yeah, again, just a bit outside. She was shooting for that corner and missed.
They'll get it back. 1-goal lead here with 11:29. Exciting lacrosse so far here in this 2017 championship. Out top, Christensen. Still with the ball.
And nice coverage defense there.
As Maggie Sweeney, now Havel has Jacobson on her. And a shooting space violation. Maggie O'Sullivan makes the call.
Unfortunate on that. Shooting space. I thought she was within a stick's length, but here we are. Another free position shot here.
Not much in her way. Fakes it high and misses. And it's going to stay Eastside Catholic ball. And there's Jessie Carroll. Coming around, now flips it, tries. It's intercepted by Chapman.
Chapman taking the cookies out of the cookie jar with that one. Just picked it right out of there. She's got to get through a whole host of blue jerseys, though. The rest of her team behind her trying to catch up.
And she is fending off many sticks in the grill right there. It's the restart call by Edith Harris. Chapman all the way.
Oh,
right up the post.
That's 2 posties for Bainbridge tonight.
Chapman calling for it as she posts up inside the 8. Hagströmer thinks better of it. Now a driving shot by younger Havel, and it's saved again by Williams.
Williams 3 in a row now. She's found her groove. She's saying no more.
Bainbridge working now the back of the cage. There's Kendall. Number 6, Eleanor Collins back there with her as
a little bit of contact.
Susan Christensen, the junior back there in defense. Hagströmer with it now.
Setting that double team, trying to shut it down.
Tough pass, trying to hang on, and Sweeney's and Lauren Banks and Maggie's sticks get crossed up. Crosses crossed.
You can see the intensity of these players. They just want to get out there. They want to get the ball. They got a little tangled and had to get out of it there.
Great crowd here at the Starfire Complex for this 2017 championship. First time the championship has been played here as Havel thinks better of the attack, gets it over to Hagströmer, number 12.
Yeah, we've got, looking out the window here, nearly a full house.
Now the double, leaves wide open. Havel, top right. Kendall puts it through. First tonight.
What a great look. Nice patience with the ball there. She sees her teammate moving to get open. She makes a move, wait, there. And then no hesitation, a small fake, and then right over stick side, top.
Bring in Lindsay Gillis, coach. It has been a fast little few minutes here with 8:23. We're back tied. Your scoreboard will catch up here in a second, like my breath.
Yeah, I think both teams, their draw controls are certainly converting to their possessions into their goals. Bainbridge is smart to run their offense from Sophia's side. She's doing a nice job taking those 1v1s and setting up the feed. They should continue to push the ball down the right side, in my opinion, because they've been successful 3 times now.
Absolutely. Why would you change?
Talked to assistant coach Quan Johnson at Eastside Catholic before the game. He had a great comment about what their defense said. Are you going to change anything? Any subtle defenses? You know, go from man-to-man zones, anything like that? What did he say, Emily?
He said we have two defenses, Scott.
Harder and even harder, something like that, right?
Yeah.
We're going to guard you harder, and then if we didn't get you, we're going to do it a little bit better. We're going to get a little harder. Great talking to Quan Johnson, the head basketball coach there at Eastside Catholic. Brought him in. So many crossovers, so many intertwined concepts of basketball that you and I have called as there's a call on the field. Is Bainbridge again a big draw control?
Yeah, a little too much money on that check. Made contact with the body. Free position again.
And Mackenzie Chapman, the post has beat her twice. She wants one. Bouncer, great reaction there. Sarah Williams right off the carpet. Sarah playing well tonight. Now she hands it off.
And the speed of this defense in this midfield, untouchable.
And there's a big hit, and hopefully Maggie is okay. Boy, these girls are tough, aren't they?
She's ready to go. She took a hit and is up and ready to go.
It's good to see her get up, and it's good to see Carlin Riley with the ball back in after she took a stumble earlier. Riley, the dish. McMaster peels and puts it in. Oh, my.
Man, just baited that defense perfectly. Coming in, the defense has to drop on the ball, which leaves that open corner, and she takes it right to the center. Look at the angle she set up for herself on that. Absolutely phenomenal lacrosse we're seeing here tonight.
Coach, why didn't she take that angle right into the goal, right into the crease? She drew 2 defenders out.
Good question, Scott. With the way that the 3-second, or what is it called? Shooting space, thank you. The way that the shooting space has been called, those attack players are in the mode of, let me just get there and I'll be rewarded with a free shot. When she realized she wasn't going to get it, she just took her own.
Eastside Catholic now up by 1 goal. And McMaster gets into the fun. 4 goals for McMaster. Another big draw control. The Bainbridge crowd likes it by Kira Havel. Hagströmer drawing a crowd.
We're starting to see a lot of big checks. Starting to get really aggressive out there, which is good. It's close to close. These kids want a piece.
6:33 left in this first half. A 1-goal game. They played earlier. We keep referencing. We asked the head coach, can we take anything? No, but 19-16 was the final there. Bainbridge won. Hagströmer tries to go left side, misses wide.
It's a nice thought, just didn't connect.
Bainbridge, Alwick with it. Number 10, Charlotte, the freshman. Bainbridge has quite a few freshmen on their roster that have meaningful time as Hagströmer gets it, works the left side. Now to Chapman.
There's that shooting space call. Perfect play. Absolutely perfect play. If they're going to do shooting space each time, drive it in, then dish it right back out.
McKenzie been frustrated. Fakes, goes up. Sarah stops it one more time. Sarah Williams, my.
She's turning it on tonight. She's got a save percentage of 43.4% for the season. In the sphere. An offensive in the sphere cradling. The goalie's out of the goal, and we have a defense that's right in shooting space. She's got to close that gap and get there before the 12-meter.
You don't see this very often. There is
Sarah
the
recovers
shot.
and saves
Another
it.
save there by Williams. Charlotte brought it in, the freshman.
Again, Sarah Williams getting caught out of the goal trying to go for that. Can Bainbridge take an opportunity here? They have a couple people coming in, and she recovers.
Now they'll take it out. There's Maggie Sweeney.
We got a double cross there. Right
Chapman.
to the center.
Inside. Done. Kendall Havel, her second post-up move. Turn, shoot, score.
Man, picking those shooting stars out of the sky. Look at the double cut by Bainbridge. She didn't have the drive and passed it right over to that deepest cutter. I could have drawn it up better myself.
My, oh my. Ties it up with 4:32 left in the first half. Think these kids aren't jacked up to get this one?
Oh, Scott, I'm jacked up to get this.
The freshman Kendall Havel, her older sister Kira. What a thrill playing with your sister in the state championship game.
We've got a little change on our draw control. We see that Bainbridge is dropping a man back onto the Eastside Catholic side. You're allowed to do that in the game of lacrosse.
Carlin Riley, patient, waits for it and picks it up.
Might have been a good call to have that person already back. Nice job recognizing that they need to settle up.
Coach is telling us that Carlin disappointed. She's going to head to St. Mary's, great school. She's going to perhaps play club. She'll look at some options, but she does want to play college lacrosse. Christensen tries Twee with a stop. Rebound out to Jessie Carroll, but there's a whistle.
It's called by the referee furthest away.
Susan Christensen didn't get a ton of touches and shots on goal in that Tuesday night win. The junior, number 6, with no goals. She only played one game, but there's a shot that goes in. And that was Susan Christensen. How about her first goal of the year? Is that right?
First goal of the year.
Let's look one more time here. Both Emily and I are looking it up.
First goal of the year, and it's the one to put them up with 3 minutes left in the state championship game in the first half.
Having Todd Elvig, I want to see that one more time.
A little bit of conference with the referees there at the center.
On the free position. There was Susan. Great shot, bouncer.
Look at her. Look at the entire team coming to congratulate her on that. They know that's a big goal, and it's a big goal for not only her, but for their entire team at this moment. Again, Bainbridge with an extra man back on defense.
Side Catholic now with the 1-goal lead, 7-6, 3:18 left to go in this first half. Your scoreboard will catch up here in just a minute. What a thrill. We have Susan in the stats that she only played in one game, didn't have any goals, as Eastside Catholic with the draw control. Maddie McMaster in the near side, number 2. Working on Sweeney. That gets it back out the top. Olivia Jacobson, she'll Pass it around the horn.
Good. Again, working off of that pass and then cut right through. Seeing if we can get any draws of the defense. Defense doing a good job trying to dictate what side to take to and keeping their sticks up high. Also good job riding that 12 meter for the defense.
Olivia Jacobson goes with the left, switches, and the bouncer gets by Twee Ortiz. Nifty footwork and ball work there by Olivia Jacobson. The last second switches, you take another look. She wanted to go right. She had to change her hands, the grip on the stick.
Yeah, she had a great bounce on that. She played it early in that goal circle and just beat out that goalie.
Her first goal tonight in this championship. The slow flag, the yellow flag in girls lacrosse, that is that there is it's a slow whistle.
It's a minor foul off ball. They don't want to stop the progress of the offense in case there is an advantage already going there. But as soon as the player with the ball turns around or there's a stop ball not ending in a goal, then they'll get possession on the 8 meter.
Olivia Jacobson, just incredible. 4 goals, heading to Notre Dame, 43 in the season. She had 8 draw controls against Bainbridge in that 16-19 loss, but they're going with Carlin Riley. This time Maggie Sweeney picks it up one more time.
Getting right into it again. Bainbridge down by 2 goals here, about 2 minutes left. Sending the double.
Hagströmer had 2 quick ones. Made the adjustment there. Long pass back out top now, 20, Maggie Sweeney. 2 minutes left in this first half. What an exciting first half here, the 2017 championship. Sweeney looking for a lane. McKenzie.
Driving, faking.
Redrawing.
Man, this defense is stopping her like a wall to a Roomba. Just keeps hitting and keeps hitting and keep bouncing back. Incredible defensive effort right there.
The Mac attack, they are making her work.
There it is.
There it is. You almost see the relief. Mackenzie Chapman.
Some conference down on the field.
That is a goal, as you see one more time on the replay. Bainbridge draws to within 1. Here you see Mackenzie Chapman. The post has beat her twice. This time she goes strong, top shelf.
Top shelf. They're really taking advantage of that top pipe. That seems to be the area that they found in both goalies that is successful for them.
Bring in head coach Lindsay Gillis, Mercer Island head coach.
Both goalies, both Twee and Sarah Williams, have had huge saves tonight. Sarah Williams is an incredibly talented goalie, and she's very good low. So it's smart for Bainbridge to be working those top corners. I think that's where they're going to find the most success.
Highly contested draws as usual. Thank you, Lindsay. And Sarang says it's going to be Eastside Catholic ball. I know you're working some stats over there. Anything on the draw controls, how we're looking, Lindsay?
It's pretty even so far, and the score will tell you that as well. But what's interesting is you just mentioned that OJ had, that'll be a yellow card
That's
for
going to call a
Eastside
yellow.
Catholic.
Mackenzie Chapman.
On Bainbridge.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
on Bainbridge, 44. Mackenzie Chapman looked like she was just kind of,
In favor of Eastside Catholic, sorry.
let's look at it again.
Coming in.
Yeah.
Boom.
Made a little too much contact above the shoulder there.
Now with 1:18 left, it's a 2-minute penalty, so she'll
Serve the rest of it in the second half.
man up opportunity for Eastside Catholic. We saw this Tuesday night, but go on. We'll see if Riley can do anything with it.
Yeah, so
McMaster, she has met by a crowd, and there's a whistle, and they're going to say she's going to head to the line. Maggie Sweeney's 4 steps back, but yes, Olivia Jackson had 8
She had
draw
8 draw
controls.
controls in the first matchup against Bainbridge and EC, and so I'm surprised to see her on the circle as much as we have, without her even, kind of getting a go in the center there. She's got a beautiful reach, really nice height, so we'll see if they make a change in the second half.
Maddie McMaster, the junior, heading to the University of Florida. You'll see this a lot of times, get that shooting space. This time, she goes down, she goes high, and she goes in.
It took 3 attempts, but in the end, they got it done.
Second goal tonight, and Eastside Catholic is up 2 one more time. So tough on those goalies. You see a lot of kids now doing some great stuff with that angles. They're faking one angle and going to the other this year.
Yeah, and this Eastside Catholic team, they have a huge arsenal in their attack. A lot of really talented players and stick handlers as far as, the talent that we see in our area. So it's tough for any goalie and any defense to kind of read, what's happening as that ball's coming in.
You can hear the Bainbridge crowd really getting up on their feet. For those of you at home, all the Bainbridge parents and fans are wearing Hawaiian shirts tonight.
Do you know why?
Tell me, Scott.
I don't know why. I'm asking. Lindsay
I
Gillis
don't know.
knows why.
I assume it's because they're from an island.
They're from an island, Bainbridge Island.
Yes, they're rocking the
There you
island
go.
style.
And there's some aggressive play there as you see Tammy Tomla at the top of your screen there in her sweatshirt with Kira Havel, number 18, ending up with it. But now Maggie O'Sullivan wants to talk about it with Sarang. 3 of the best. There's Edith Harris coming in your screen. 3 of the best officials we have in the state of Washington. I'm not sure what the call, if it was an empty. And Riley has to turn it back over to Havel, not happy about it. Bainbridge here with a chance with 1:02 left.
And Tammy giving him the go-ahead. Get to goal, she's saying.
Well, the man down is Mackenzie Chapman there. One of their superstars drew the yellow card. 2-minute penalty.
Eastside Catholic doing a backer defense here, really coming out and trying to put the pressure on.
Hagströmer, a rare sight on the top. Usually she's poised on that right side of goal as you're looking at it, the left-hander.
Nice change of direction.
33 seconds. She's got to get to goal.
I think they're going to wait until the very end of the half here, maybe 15 to 10 seconds. They don't want to give it up and lose possession, especially with their player out on the sideline right now.
Official time being taken down at the table, so we don't know if our scoreboard is exactly synchronized. Now she splits the double, and they'll restart.
She's got an opportunity to go. Hopefully she can get the defense to crash and give a quick pass and hit one of her teammates for an assist here.
Little bounce pass trying to get it to Havel. Kendall trying to get her older sister. It's picked up there by Eleanor Collins, and that will do it for the first half. They had an opportunity, did Bainbridge, to close it with 1, but they couldn't quite get it. Hagströmer tried a good pass there to Kendall Havel, but that's how we're going to sit here. Eastside Catholic 9, Bainbridge 7. Quick thoughts before we step away for halftime. Anybody?
It's a great game so far. I'm really excited to see that it's close and that each team is really putting their top people out there, and those people are taking it in.
Do not go away. This one is fun. We'll be back. We'll try and get some halftime stats and more. And we'll see if we can there's some great alumni in the crowd. The stars are out tonight. Lindsay Gillis, Emily Durbin. We'll see if we can get Sarah Towner, the PR for Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Association, see if she can get us another alumni up here. And we'll also try and play some replays here at halftime as we continue on at halftime here on STSPN. Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse championship. Halftime. We'll be back right after this. Halftime here at the 2017 Washington Girls State Championship. Eastside Catholic, they're up 9-7. Have a great treat. I couldn't not have you come back to the booth. Jamie Osaka, the longtime Lakeside head coach, six-time champion. I'll give you your mic. Thank you. Todd Elvig helping us out here in the booth. I was about to interview. But anyway, Jamie, how are you? Thanks for coming out. I miss you. We miss you at the high school level here. I know you're doing a lot of off-season work. You know, you've got your parenting. I mean, you're not sitting around, right?
No, I've got a full plate. I've got a 3.5-year-old and a 7-month-old. So it's been nice to just come to. This is my third game all year, so it's been nice to kind of take a break and come back and catch like the best lacrosse in the state.
And we were laughing because back in the day, for many years, it was Lakeside, Bainbridge, and your good friend Tammy Tomlin. She doesn't want to win for any other reason, just to have one more state championship than you. You guys are tied at 6, right?
We each have 6, and she's been talking to me all week about, hey, I can break your record. So, if she does it tonight, I'm coming out of retirement, and I'm coming back after her.
I was going to say.
I'm gonna come back if she pulls it.
What do you think about this game right now? I mean, there's 2 heavy hitters. Bainbridge so good at possession. Eastside Catholic just wants to run and gun.
Yeah, these are 2 excellent teams with a lot of great players, and I think that the draw controls are huge.
Always.
It's kind of like who wins
That's
the draw.
so cliche.
No,
Jamie.
but it's true in this game. It's like who wins the draws. There's not a lot of turnovers, and there's some high offensive efficiency going on out there. So, I think it's going to be a matter of kind of who settles down and kind of who start. The nerves are all gone now, and it's going to be possession. And, kind of how much left do you have in your tank? Who's the most physically fit and can stay in it.
What do you think about the goalies? I know you. You're a big goalie person. I mean, you coach. You're into the goalies.
Yeah,
right? You've had some great goalies.
We've had some great goalies over the years. Yeah, and I have to say, both Twee and Sarah are playing amazing. You really can't ask for better goalie play from either team. They have totally done their job. I mean, completely. They've both come up with some really big saves at really big times. They're active. They're moving. They're communicating. I mean, both look really, really strong.
Now, as a former, Lindsay Gillis here on the broadcast, you've been my good broadcast partner on the state championships before. Coach of the Year honors. You know a little bit about that.
Yeah.
You tell her now what you have to do, and Lindsay wins her big award here at Mercer
I know,
Island.
and Lindsay's done such a good job just building lacrosse in the state. Both through her program with the Stars, and at Seattle Prep, and now at Mercer. And she's just a great colleague to have in the work. So it's pretty exciting for her.
All right. Well, don't stay too far away from these high school games. I know you're busy, but thanks for coming and spending a few minutes.
Thank you, Scott.
Jamie Osaka, the great legend, really. I mean, really, in the state of Washington.
Depends on who you
coaching.
ask.
Come on now, 6-time champion Jamie Osaka. We'll be back with more. We'll talk of some statistics in the halftime as we get ready for the second half draw right after this on STSPN. We are just about underway here. Eastside Catholic with a 2-goal lead, and this is it. 25 minutes left to see who's going to be our 2017 state champion. Is Eastside Catholic going to win their second in as many years? Scott Ohsman, Emily Durbin, and Lindsay Gillis with you. Talk about the stats. Let's talk about draw controls in that first half as Eastside Catholic comes up with the first one.
Sure. Draw control's pretty even. Woo!
And Jesse Carroll, in a heartbeat, punches one in past Twee, and they start this half off with another one, now up 10-7.
Jesse Carroll taking just 10 seconds off the clock to put that one down. Nice job. She picked up the Eastside Catholic picked up the draw control on that. At the half, Eastside and Bainbridge pretty much split, like I was saying with the draw controls. Bainbridge Island coming up with the slight advantage with 9, and Eastside Catholic coming up with 8 for the first half. ground balls, they were split even at 6 and 6.
The free position's interesting as far as their percentage for the free position. 2 for 3 there.
For Eastside Catholic.
Eastside Catholic, 1 for 4. That's Mackenzie Chapman had a couple of the post on her free positions. We'll get through some of those. Want to thank our statistician, right? Ruth Ness.
Doing a fantastic job tonight. Bainbridge Island coming right back at it.
Kendall Havel, number 2 with the ball.
That's her first draw control this evening.
Maggie Sweeney. Now Bainbridge undefeated this year. And if you play Bainbridge, a lot of the coaches, because they're so brilliant at that stall, the key is to never get behind against them, right? Hello, Captain Obvious. But you do everything you can, because once they get the lead, and here we see some switching.
We see not just some switching, they were playing out the rest of the card for the half.
Right.
So now we're even.
Saved by Williams right at the doorstep. Mackenzie Chapman right off that penalty comes in and takes a shot.
Yeah, hitting her like a mosquito getting swatted.
Oh, my goodness.
A little bit of high pressure here from Bainbridge Island. That's good to slow down Eastside Catholic. They're so good at the transition.
Banks with it. Quickly up to McMaster. Bainbridge now might have to turn up the speed a little bit. Being down is Carlin Riley. And she falls to the ground during the shot, and it is in and good.
That almost looked like it was checked out, and she picked it up again. Let's see it again on the replay. Comes across. We get a nice defense, a big check, and then still in.
That's a nice little wrister as she's fallen down. Carlin Riley with her second goal tonight. Third goal tonight, rather. 2 in the first, 1 there.
Carlin Riley's had 5 draw controls tonight, 3 goals. I tell you, if you picked her up on your fantasy waiver wire this week, you're looking at a championship win potentially here with just having her.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a little excited about football season for that. Lindsey Gillis, Bainbridge, I don't know that I can't tell you if they've been down this year. I'm sure they have at moments, but 11-7, 23, plenty of time. But does it speed them up a little bit mentally, these kids? Oh, we got to get your mic on. We'll check Lindsey's mic here in a second. Another draw control there to Eastside Catholic. And picked up. Try and get Lindsey back here is Jessie Carroll. She wants another goal. Nice defense there. Taylor Ty, she had a great game in the semifinal. Carroll spinning. Trail check, it's down.
There's checks all over the place here.
50-50 ball. Who's going to come up with it?
It's a toss-up to see who that was going to be called on. Eastside Catholic's getting possession. Pardon me. Bainbridge Island.
It is going to be Bainbridge, and that's
I'm leaning out of the window of the booth here to see
24. Taylor Ty comes up with it. Now we'll see if we can get Lindsey Gillis. Talk about Bainbridge. What are you doing? You're down.
Yeah, I mean, with 4 goals, a 4-goal differential, you've got plenty of time with 22 goals. But just as we saw there, you can't run a run-and-gun game against Sarah Williams. She is hot back there tonight, and she's doing such a great job. So Bainbridge really needs to move the ball, move the goalie, and get some better opportunities, some better looks on net.
Yeah, Sarah up in her grill, taking that ball back.
Kendall Havel tries it. Another stop by Twee. You can do that. I can do better. And wait a second. It looked like Twee put it back into the circle. If she's gone out, she can't put it back in.
Well, she can, but the ball's got to go in
right
before she does. It looks like she traveled in with the ball.
And Sarang right there to see it.
So it looks like they might have called a goal circle violation on EC if Twee gets the ball back there.
And now EC pressuring Eleanor King, the freshman back there for Bainbridge, number 9 with it. Back into the cage for Twee.
Eastside Catholic really putting on that high-pressure defense.
Nice clear there to Ruby.
Bainbridge finding space.
Hagstrom looking for help. Trailer, McKenzie wasn't there, but it's picked up by Kendall Havel.
Good. I think Bainbridge is rushing it just a tad down there. Didn't have an opportunity to make a good pass or a play on the ball. In those instances, you really need to stop and just slow down. Unless you have an immediate shot on that goalkeeper, set it out, do your game plan, get the ball in the net.
I will say in the first half, Bainbridge did a really nice job of having Sophia Hagstrom kind of push the ball down the right side while everybody else pulled left, so you got more of an isolated slow break.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's something that they could do more of this second half.
Big ground ball there by Kira Havel as Kendall Havel, the younger sister, she's had a couple point blank right at the doorstep shots at Sarah Williams, and Williams having nothing of it. Hagstrom again, they're doubling now. She had 2 goals there in the opening minutes. Now she finds a crease, and the whistle's going to blow as it's crossing the sphere by Jamie Kruger, the senior for Eastside Catholic. Now way up top, Maggie Sweeney back out to Kendall.
They've got time.
Sarah Williams, the Eastside Catholic goalie. What a night both goalies are having. Now Mackenzie Chapman, leading scorer here for Bainbridge, top in the league. With this Issaquah's Nicole victory as Maggie Sweeney creates the shooting space call, and she'll head to the line. How do you approach this with a hot goalie?
Yeah, I mean, Maggie's got a great hash here, so if she can get off that line quick, she should have a really good angle on goal.
They crash hard. Tried to go up high. Hagstrom, nice save.
Toeing the line there.
Tiptoe.
I think we need to see a little bit more off-ball movement from Bainbridge. You know, they're moving the ball to their heavy hitters and their drivers and kind of standing and watching to see what Mac's going to do with the ball or what Sophia's going to do with the ball. So if, you know, they can create a little bit more space, they might have some better opportunities on net.
Riley challenging. Now there's Sweeney up top.
Of all the shooting space calls, I might have made that one tonight.
Tried to thread the needle there with that pass, and it's a battle of 2 great competitors, Carlin Riley and Mackenzie Chapman, and Carlin Riley comes up the winner.
Well, they'll call an offsetting foul there. They call that on both sides, but since EC has the possession, they will gain the ball.
Thank you very much. That's why you have 2 coaches in the booth with you. I love it. So Bainbridge comes up empty. That's a big possession. See if they're trying pressure here.
Yeah, I think it's a tough when you're an undefeated team like this going into a state championship game, never having been challenged.
Shot wide, it misses. Oh my.
On Tuesday, we saw Tammy call a timeout in the last 9 seconds, and that was to give her team some experience, you know, with a last-minute goal.
We had an opportunity to talk to Tammy about that, and she mentioned that she saw a teaching moment and an opportunity to set her girls up into a situation where if they faced it again, they would know what to do.
Exactly, and they haven't seen that this season. So now seeing them down by 4, you know, with 17 minutes to go, they find themselves in uncharted territory.
That last shot by Lex Steffens, a little wide.
EC will definitely use the clock here.
Twee Ortiz, the sophomore Bainbridge goalie, having a spectacular night. And now with 16:35 left, not quite a stall, I wouldn't call it, Coach Durbin, but EC is going to be patient, and they find a quick stick try there.
Almost got a little lucky with that. Goalkeeper was there, but not a strong shot.
Bella Sasso, the sophomore, already has 1 goal, trying to get another.
Yeah, Eastside Catholic with 11 goals right now. Eastside Catholic is the only team to score more than 11 goals against Bainbridge. When they scored 16 in their loss to Bainbridge earlier this year. Snohomish knocked on the door twice with 11 goals.
McMaster threads another needle and puts it in. My goodness. That was a quick step right inside the 8.
Maddie McMaster.
3rd goal tonight in this championship, and now the margin 12-7.
Scott, we finally get a sunny day here in Seattle, and McMaster is making it rain. Shut her down. She is awesomely on fire right now.
She had 5 goals versus Bainbridge Island in that meeting on May 5th, going to be a Gator, and there is a timeout on the field with 15:52. We will take one too. You're watching the 2017 Washington Schoolgirls High School Lacrosse Championship right here on STSPN. Back here, Starfire Sports Stadium in Tukwila, just 20 minutes south of downtown Seattle. The 2017 High School Girls Championship. Eastside Catholic 12, Bainbridge 7. Bainbridge undefeated this year, but plenty of time left. Scott Ohsman, Emily Durbin, and Lindsay Gillis. Lindsay, you're just talking about what's Bainbridge's approach here to come back. They're not used to having to crawl back.
I mean, first and foremost, they need the draw. They need possession of the ball. They need to push the fast break because they did such a great job of that in the first half. But they need to keep their composure. 16 minutes is a lot of time. They can close that gap. We've seen a team like this score goals very, very quickly. They're a talented team, and they can come back from this.
Both goalies making their presence known as Olivia Jacobson. That's another draw control to add to hers. But Eastside Catholic and Sarah Williams, 11 saves so far. Twee with 8. As Eastside Catholic has the ball there behind the cage. Bella Sasso, number 27, with it. She's getting doubled.
Taking her right to that sideline. That could be an extra defender. If she steps out, she's out of bounds.
Edith Harris right there. And she gets the turnover. What a play there by Ruby.
Great defense by Bainbridge.
Wow.
Using the double team and then taking him over to the sideline, using that as another defender to take the ball.
Mackenzie Chapman. 2 goals so far in this one tonight. Tried to fast break. Good job by Eastside Catholic there to get back on D. And now Sophia with it. Hagströmer
Splits the defense.
Gets the call, and she'll be on that side there. She tried to go to the hanging hash on the 8, and Edith Harris says, no, you're on the 12.
I would have done the same thing, Scott.
Thinks about it, now comes back. Havel, though, breaking number 2 in the middle. Let's see if they set up. You can see in the top right of your corner, there's Tammy Tomla. She runs that offense.
To the tee.
To the tee. Every move. Chapman. Boom, baby.
All right, bring out the shoe polish. She slicked that one in there. Look at her come right off the screen set for her by a teammate. Playing it low.
Beautiful shot there by Mackenzie Chapman. She, didn't have a great angle there, but went high to low and really put some sauce on it. Great shot.
Third tonight, Chapman's hungry. Mackenzie Chapman heading to Stanford, the junior midi. What a nice kid, our player of the game on the semifinals. We'll have a player of the game after this one as well, picked by our coaches here. McMaster comes up with it. Looks for an angle, fakes it. And Maggie O'Sullivan, the umpire over there, she stops it with a shooting space, and McMaster will be on the hash.
Got 13:30 in the game here.
Ball down.
Ball up.
And Eastside comes back with it. Big ground ball right there. Riley charging into the 8. Another shooting space. She'll have a free position here from the 8-meter.
What a game for the goalies tonight. How many free position shots have they had now where they're facing the attack player one-on-one, trying to make the best guess at where they think they're going to go and making the stop.
What a save there at a pivotal time by Twee Ortiz, the sophomore. Jesse Carroll
with the goal circle violation.
Getting some instruction, and she'll be 4 behind. Twee with the clear. Safely. The midfield. Eleanor King.
It's a nice check by Eastside. Bainbridge picking up the ground ball.
Rolling it to a teammate, wisely. Back down the other way, Bella Jackson, number 16, haven't had too many touches tonight, and there's Kendall Havel.
Huge possession here for Bainbridge.
Have to get it within 3 here. Maggie Sweeney drives, it's checked. Picked up by Eastside Catholic, none other Carlin Riley. Now it's a foot race.
Someone hit the X button, look at him run.
Pass to McMaster. Twee comes out and gets it. McMaster ends up on her belly.
With a foul call.
Oh, my goodness.
This is electric. You can feel the players trying to do all that they can to get possession of that ball.
11:44 left. Bainbridge needs a goal here. Not absolutely 11:38, but you got to start crawling back. Sweeney. Up now to Kira Havel. Now into Hagströmer there in the offensive third. Now they'll settle down, give it to Mackenzie Chapman.
Let's see if we can get Bainbridge to pick up on the ebb and flow of this game.
Havel trying to create space, and there's a slow whistle up on Edith Harris across the sphere, and so Mackenzie will head to the center aisle there at the center hash. Sarah Williams been unbelievable. Chapman tries to go high again. It'll stay with Bainbridge. Eleanor Collins there, the freshman, puts it in play. Hagstrom, left side, bouncers in!
You know, we've seen her do that a few times tonight, and I'm surprised EC's not sending the double quicker. You know, like I said, they give her the ball, they give her some space on that side, and she's going to find some success. Timeout called by Eastside Catholic.
Eastside trying to stop a little bit of the momentum that Bainbridge is picking up here. You could feel it in the air that there's a little bit of a momentum switch. We'll see if Bainbridge can ride out of this timeout.
They started to switch better in the first half. Hagstrom had those quick two. Then they started to slide double her. And talking to assistant coach Quan Johnson, basketball, we talked a lot about defense on that slide and how you the matchups and you switch up. That time the slide she created an opportunity, got too far inside the 8, took advantage. What a sweet bouncer.
Well, that, and we've seen Sophia duck back down low for those first two.
Yes.
So, you know, really, really nice read on her part to attack high that time and give them something a little different.
Hagstrom averages 5.5 points per game. That's goals and assists. And she's making her mark here tonight. She's got 3 goals, and I've got her with one assist. That's an unofficial stat, but we'll check on that.
We played Bainbridge on their senior night, and Tammy said that Sophia is is the best attacker she's ever coached in her many years. She's building a phenomenal program out there.
And that's something because Tammy has had some prolific, legendary, historic attackers over the years.
But I think you also have to look at the way the game's developed and how much faster and quicker it is. And, you know, Sophia is a phenomenal athlete and really knows how to find the back of the net.
Anything else as far as Bainbridge? That was a critical goal here with 10:29 as we're at a timeout, Eastside Catholic. Bainbridge, it's hard to play fast when you got to be patient. You want to get a good shot, but you also in your mind start speeding up the game because you're down.
Well, and that's, you know, I think what Emily was just saying, you can feel the momentum. They've had these last couple of goals. I love to see how excited they get when they do something well. You know, they celebrate that, they take that energy and make it into some momentum as they move forward and try to do it again.
I want to thank the Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Association for making this stream possible. I tell you, girls lacrosse in the state of Washington, 34 teams now. It's double-digit growth every single year. And Kate Roper, everybody there, I want to say just a huge thank you to everybody. I know you work, Lindsay, a lot on the board as well. And they're trying to create strong women through sport, through lacrosse. She's very proud, talking to Kate Roper before the game, that they've been instrumental in some national leading things. The youth, where they changed the game and the size on 10 years ago on youth as far as getting skills. That's now broadened out across the country. So tremendous work here using lacrosse and growing. And I can speak from personal, there's so many kids out there who would not have the opportunity to play a high school sport if it weren't for girls lacrosse.
Well said, Scott.
There you go. Kate's got her new mission, a unified field. She's working with a lot of facilities. She wants to make a unified field that can also have the boys' lines, the girls' lines, everything. As it has been quite a wet winter here, to say the least, in the state of Washington and on the west side here in the Seattle area. And fields are tough to find. Here we go. Havill.
Picking it out of the air.
And she gets a call right on the boundary line. And McMaster and Riley have to take 4-meter steps away as she directs.
Yeah, a big draw control coming out of the timeout. This is why you're calling those timeouts, to get reorganized and focused. They're down by 3. It's very doable with 10 minutes left.
Hagstromer. Now the double we just talked about. Chapman, 44 at the top.
Should be a shooting space.
Attacks, reattacks. Now she tries to thread the needle, puts the stick down, bailed out there. Kendall Havill and Maggie Sweeney. She is the spark plug for this Bainbridge team. They're such good decision makers. Typically through the years, all Tammy's teams are. Hagstrom now on the far side. That's where she likes it. Banks comes over. Little switch, nice. Wide open. Try to get to Maggie, and it bounces out, and there is Sarah Williams. Nice job there to be at the right place, right time by the goalie.
She scooped that in like a big grab of ice cream.
Lost opportunity there for Bainbridge. With 8:58 left to go as Jesse Carroll's trying to cruise through the midfield. Great camera angle there. Want to thank Josh Elvig down running camera. Todd Elvig, our executive producer, engineer, the 5-tool player at STSPN. Carroll weaves her way through traffic. Riley.
A little bit of ball down.
Sweeney.
It's going to be a fight for it.
Now Bainbridge plays coming. She finally gets a handle on it.
Looks like it's a cover on Bainbridge.
Carlin takes it again.
Getting a little lucky there for EC and a little unfortunate missed opportunity for Bainbridge.
Beautiful evening here in Seattle, Starfire Sports Stadium. Olivia Jacobson fires and scores. What a rip by OJ.
Get the juice out. OJ's here.
Her second goal tonight.
Just fired it off.
Just noticing on the top of that play, if we have it one more time, there's 14. That's Sereno. A huge contributor this year, Sophia Sereno heading to Cal. We have not called her name much at all tonight.
Scott, in the first half, I thought Sophia had a couple of opportunities with a mismatch when she was in the attacking end, and I was surprised that they weren't giving her the ball more. But EC's playing a much more patient game than we've seen them play, earlier this week and even earlier in this season.
Bainbridge, a big draw control there. Yeah. Down low, tries to go to Collins, and EC comes up with it. They had an opportunity to get a quick shot off now. Here comes Eastside Catholic with the 4-goal lead. McMaster. But yeah, Sophia Sereno, the senior,
that was a tremendous pickup in the defensive end of the field.
Was.
And a huge possession here. They've got a 4-goal buffer with under 8 minutes to go. You definitely want to take your time. Tammy would be doing the same thing if the shoe were on the other foot.
Absolutely, no doubt. Here's wide open. Olivia Jacobson. She fakes. She drives. She scores. Right to the cup right there. My goodness.
And let's get the stop, drop, and roll on. She is on fire right now.
You take one more look. Look at OJ.
Look at her just send it in.
She'll be doing that for Notre Dame. Number 7, the senior, Olivia. Her third in this championship. Eastside Catholic, can they win back-to-back? We saw it with Issaquah a couple years ago. Now Mackenzie Chapman at the draw circle with Carlin Riley. They've been having Kara Havill on the circle.
Eastside Catholic now dropping an extra defender back behind the restraining line.
7:03 left, 14-9.
Illegal draw.
Redraw. Bainbridge has not lost this year. Now they've got to find a way to crawl up the mountain here and see if they can get back in this one. This is every draw control for Bainbridge so critical, and Carlin Riley tough.
Unofficially, Carlin Riley on my stats has her sixth draw control tonight.
She had 7 of them in that semifinal win over Issaquah. 15-11 to get back to the championship. Riley right on top. Twee playing so well, not much you can do there.
No, Eastside
Right under the top of the pipe.
not slowing down at all. Eastside Catholic is just taking it in.
Fourth goal tonight for Carlin Riley, the senior. 57 on the season, 53 draw controls. What an incredible athlete.
Yeah, she's one of the best in the state of Washington, and she's putting on a show for us tonight. Bringing it out, taking it to the house, not hesitating when she has an opportunity, yet still being patient when her defense and her offense are setting up.
Tammy Tomlin Bainbridge takes a timeout, and we will too. You're watching Washington Girls State Lacrosse Championship here on STSPN. Can Eastside Catholic hang on 15-9 lead and make it their second championship? Scott Ohsman along with Coach Emily Durbin and Coach Lindsay Gillis, and we were just looking at our stats thanks to Ruth Ness and everybody. And Olivia Jacobson, draw control. She made a little bit more of a history tonight in the state of Washington.
Sure, she's got 107 draw control, Scott. That makes her fifth in the all-time single season record for the state of Washington.
And I think what's important to note there, too, is that Olivia is playing for a team, you know, defending state champs. They have a really competitive schedule based on the new Lax Power algorithm that we use in the league. So she, you know, is achieving those stats playing against the toughest teams in the state, and that's huge.
Absolutely, as now Bainbridge tries out of that timeout. They put Maggie Sweeney at center against Carlin Riley, and Havill comes up with a Bainbridge right back to Sweeney, and there's a quick whistle.
Yeah, Bainbridge has got to bring the claws out. Eastside's trying to put the mittens on.
Well, this is a different strategy. They come in 14-0. Bainbridge beating this Eastside Catholic team just one of the last games of the regular season, May 5th, 19-16. So
you have to admit, though, Sarah Williams has made a huge difference in this game, given that she missed that first game, May 5th.
Hagströmer has room. It
Safe.
Bounces off the bottom of the post. We'll maybe take another look at that. That was unbelievable.
Williams just looking to get the ball out of her defensive end now. Bainbridge Island looking to put a little bit more pressure on. We've got to shut off those adjacent passes. Don't chase them down. Get there before they do.
Kruger 13 in there. Now here's Ronald Kaler. This is where you can't coach speed, ladies and gentlemen. When you need to protect the ball and get it in the third. Carlin right at there, and Twee stops it.
Twee stops it. Carlin's down.
Oh, and Carla, we'll take one more look at it. She was going full speed coast to coast, and it looks like she just landed a little bit odd on that right side. See if we can take one more look at it. Todd Elvig, our engineer and executive producer, and there it is, 23. Not much. Wasn't
Yeah,
like contact right
just
there.
Comes
Looks
down
like
on it.
she just
She's
kinda
going
taking the right.
as hard as she can to the goal. Takes that shot and just kind of loses a little bit of the balance.
She was going hard one more time. Look at her avoid defenders she goes through.
I'm wondering if she got a little bit of a check to the head there as she was beating through those Bainbridge Island players.
It's head coach Colette Foreman in the white, winning her first championship last year. Kind of created that program, big part of it for Eastside Catholic. And applause for Carlin Riley. She has had what a career and what a season and what a game for the senior. One more time, we'll slow it down.
I think as she gets right in through here, I'm wondering if we get right there, if that was the check to the dome that she's suffering from as we see her hit the dust.
Brings up the point we talked about, a lot of discussion in the national scene of helmets. Great debate on whether it's going to create more aggressive play, whether it's a good decision to increase the safety. Concussions becoming such a part of the fabric here in sports. I don't think we have enough data yet to see whether it's conclusive.
Yeah.
And if we had a camera in the booth, both coaches looking at me, staring, going, I don't know where I lay on that. Which side.
Yeah, a big part of me wants it. I think for a safety reason, why not take out someone's head? The risk of taking a metal shaft and just getting bonked.
Yeah.
Why not take that out? I played in a time where we didn't even have eyewear.
Yeah.
So part of me says, let us be free. We've played for a long time without any problems.
Maggie Sweeney,
there's been
Mackenzie
problems.
Chapman. Yeah, there is. Here,
Yeah.
how many can they score with 4:39 left? Chapman going left. Can't get it
Pass
cleanly
it
out.
up!
And Havel with the rebound, the dish, and the done.
They might be down, but don't count them out.
What a heady play by the freshman Kendall Havel, her third tonight.
So great seeing a freshman step up and make big plays like that. That was a great garbage snag, and she finished that like she's done it a million times before.
I think it's a timeout, Eastside Catholic.
I think both have burned two here. We'll check that. Another timeout as you see the replay one more time. They talk about soft hands. Kendall Havel, right place, right time, but a lot of bodies, a lot of traffic, a lot of sticks. That ain't easy to pick it up and right off the board like that.
Yeah, I'll say just, in seeing her play a few times this spring, she's got so much finesse. She's so calm, cool, and collected for a ninth grader. To see her play with such poise is really impressive.
Unbelievable. Timeout on the field, 4:32 left. We'll step away just for a second. This is the Washington State Girls Championship right here on STSPN. Don't go anywhere. Back here with 4:32. One big correction we want to make on Eastside Catholic. Wearing number 6 tonight is Sophia Sereno. I was wondering where she was. We just got word there was a uniform number change, so she is wearing number 6. So I apologize to everybody out there. Susan Christensen, the junior, only in one game. That was actually Sophia Sereno, the senior headed to Cal to play lacrosse. So
I'll be interested to see what strategy Eastside Catholic takes coming out of this timeout. They've seemed to be running it down and gunning it in. I'll be curious if they start to use any piece of the clock.
And Bainbridge likes that call as they get the draw control. Mackenzie Chapman all the way right on Olivia Jacobson, and she will head to the 8-meter.
You know, interesting thought about going back to the helmets real quick, Scott. If we put helmets on, would we take away the shooting space calls? And what would that do to the speed and the finesse that you would have to have with the lacrosse game?
Lindsay, you're on the rule committee. Chapman trying to make some way. Finds Havill.
Oh,
what a save by Williams!
Big Willie style coming up here.
Big clear.
Giving it away.
Taken right back, Havill. Hagstrom high, but Bainbridge, Collins will get there, and they will get the game, retain possession. My goodness, what a save by Williams.
We're coming up. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say it's a huge save, but great heads-up play by Bainbridge to really keep the pressure on there and win the ball back in their third of the field.
3:30 left, 5 goals to make up. Bainbridge trying to get their 20th state championship. Hagstrom right back. Now Chapman will work from behind the cage. Crease roll.
Trying to get their 10th state championship. They're in their 20th
Sorry, their
appearance.
20th. Thank
20th
you.
appearance.
Durbin shot wide, but it's picked up there by Bella Jackson. Thank you, Coach Durbin, always there for me. 20-10 is what I was working on. Try to get it in right outside the crease there. Eleanor Collins, number 6 for White Bainbridge.
Bainbridge has to be on the hop here. Time is ticking right off that clock.
I know, that's one of the frustrating things about a game like this when you're trying to make things happen fast and those whistles go. You really lose a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, it takes 15 to 30 seconds to set kids up.
Fans even
still taking time.
In, and the whistle finally, Collins gets it out to Chapman. High heater there. And now they're just firing when ready.
I mean, you have 5-goal deficit with 2 minutes to go is a big gap to close. So you've got to keep getting those shots and those looks on net.
Reminder, everybody, there's 2 minutes now. Working on the side. She gets in, and she puts it in the back of the net. Hagstrom.
Write the check, Scott. That was money.
The crafty left-hander. You see it one more time. Boy, she had to maneuver. That was like getting out of the flex pass lane back in and trying rush hour. My goodness. Let me merge over here. Let's see it one more time.
Look at her. That's pure heart right there. She knows the situation. She knows she's down. They've got to do all that they can to get it back. Now, we saw the first goal coming out of the half, scored in under 10 seconds. So
it's now Eastside Catholic 15, Bainbridge 11. Your scoreboard will update here as soon as they blow the whistle. Now Sarang wants to reposition the draw. Carlin Riley and Maggie Sweeney.
yeah, the referee talking to the two players on how she wants that draw to look.
Barely gets above the head, and Carlin Riley ends up with it. Huge draw there for Eastside Catholic, takes the pressure off.
Yeah, you'd like to see them really use the clock here, be smart. They've got a huge 4-goal buffer with less than 2 minutes. So, you know, it's really their ball and their game to lose. They should be able to spread them out here and really move the ball and hold possession.
Olivia Jacobson, she was our player of the game on the semifinal game. We'll be looking for you guys, if they hold on here, to choose our player of the game for this championship. Carlin Riley driving to the cage, and she'll get the free position call.
Bainbridge looking for the stop. Let's see if she's going to take it in and challenge that goalkeeper, or if she's going to pull it out.
Boom, right to the back. And Twee Ortiz has had a tremendous night, but what a quick shot with a lot of power, a lot of juice behind that.
Nail gun starting to come out, coffin starting to close.
Yes. Coach Emily Durbin, the queen of the one-liners. Riley, 5 goals in this championship. Fans looking here. Bainbridge coming in. What a tremendous season they've had. Tammy Tomla, as always.
I like the fight in the game still. Neither team is letting up.
Eastside Catholic now 16-11. Minute 32 left on the scoreboard. Official clock being taken, and that's more
OJ.
of a dagger. That's Olivia Jacobson, another draw control. McMaster on the far side picks it up. And they got to be feeling it now. Colette Foreman, Alex Foreman, her daughter, played at USC. Back to coach with her. Quan Johnson coming in. He talked a lot about the mental maturity. That's what got her to their first championship, and that was a big part of their coaching as Olivia goes down.
Coming back up. She's not scathed by that at all. Last 2 minutes of the game, we're in stop clock situation. Anytime the ball stops, the clock will stop.
What happened there?
So that'll be it for
Yep.
Kira Havel as there's less than 2 minutes left in the game. What a great hustler, great athlete. She had a really nice night for Bainbridge.
Incredible player. The senior midi.
Solid effort. She had 5 draw controls unofficially tonight.
Jesse Carroll, number 4, with it. Maggie Sweeney.
Playing her heart out here, Maggie is trying to get the ball at all costs.
The juniors, we look back. Bainbridge pretty young. Eastside Catholic relatively young, although they've got some big senior firepower leaving, but they lost 8 seniors last year, so they've maybe reload more than they rebuild as Carlin Riley gets it back out. Now
and
the lights
have gone
turn
out.
out.
40 seconds in the game and the lights are out on the field.
My goodness, the whistle, and they stop play with, it's about 9:15 Pacific Standard Time. I thought that only happened at our field in Snohomish. Hey,
Wow.
Durbin, go get some quarters. Put another couple minutes in there, will you?
My meter has run out. Scott, my jeans are too small to have quarters in them tonight.
Todd, do you have any change?
Wow. Surprising turn of events. We see the teams collecting themselves on the field. Eastside Catholic's handing out a bunch of hugs right now.
Hey, it's a concert. The phone lights are coming on.
Bainbridge just talking to themselves. Great fan base tonight. Like we said, pretty much a full house here at the Starfire Complex.
This has been fantastic. Last year they had the semifinals here for the first time, but they had the championship, which was great at Bellevue High School. This is just it's a perfect facility for the sport where it is right now today. And it's great having the semis there on Tuesday, and then also we come right back Friday night. Continuity, the fans know. They had a lot of youth players out here. All conference presentations before. Our own Coach Lindsay here. Coach of the Year, congratulations again to you, Lindsay.
Thanks, Scott.
Congratulations.
Tremendous year for Mercer Island, your first year there. Word is you'll be back.
Yes, I'll be back. Absolutely.
Yeah, Todd Elvig saying we followed in the guy in charge of lights, and apparently.
Yep. There's not a person not texting in the audience right now. They might be tweeting or Facebooking, but pretty much everyone's got their phones out.
This is good for, I'm sure, Sarah Towner, social media extraordinaire there. She's tweeting on the Twitter sphere. And now our clock here is working. The scoreboard's up and going. 40 seconds left.
The lights on the field behind us are also on.
So we know it's not a power problem.
Not a power problem.
But your picture is right. Nothing's happened to your screen. We'll see if we can get some stats here by our fantastic Ruth Ness and everybody over there. We want to thank them for helping out on statistics tonight.
Yeah, on the field, we've got
40 seconds. Let's talk about, let's go to the player of the game. I think you guys had a decision.
Absolutely.
So, we've seen a lot of great play from both teams and multiple players. Some great draw controls and goals from Carlin. Olivia Jacobson on EC, Mac Chapman for Bainbridge. Maddie McMaster had a great night in the attacking end. But to me, the biggest game changer and someone who stepped up and made some game-changing saves tonight is Sarah Williams.
Wow. The keeper.
13 saves tonight. She made some huge stops that I think really kept, EC in the game and was a big factor.
Oh, the junior, that's fantastic. She season high 14 saves versus Lakeside. She had 6 saves the other night versus Issaquah. She comes in 8-1. She got injured, did not get to play in that game, that loss against Bainbridge. And boy, she had more than a little chip on her shoulder tonight. She played head on a swivel, whatever you want to say.
But 13 saves in a state championship game against a team like Bainbridge is huge.
That's cold-blooded.
Yes. So she gets my vote.
Unbelievable. So Sarah Williams will go down, and I'll try and find it. If the lights come back on, we will get the end of this game underway. What an anticlimactic ending here as the lights turned out. We did ours. We're still going. We are still streaming, baby. STSPN, we don't stop for nothing. We got backup generators. Todd's always got batteries with him.
It's unfortunate for the momentum, here at the end of the game, for the lights to go out like this, I'm sure.
I was just saying how it's so cool to be at Starfire, baby.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Eastside is finding a little symbolism in this. Put the lights out on Bainbridge tonight.
The queen of the one-liner. There's nobody wittier.
Bainbridge is probably going to come back and say, hey, we're turning the lights back on. We got 40 seconds. Let's put it in.
Absolutely.
They played to the wire in their semifinal game.
That's right. We played to the lights out.
Putting that rocket in the bucket against Snohomish to seal the deal at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Only took them, I think, 8 or 9 seconds, if I can remember correctly, to do that. So
I'll ask you, Lindsay Gillis, you get to coach a lot of these kids and around this a lot. What's surprised you most about tonight's game on either side or anything?
No big surprises. I think tonight, this year in particular, I think the state has a really phenomenal group of 2017s. We've seen, or I've had the pleasure of seeing this group, develop since their middle school years. And I think that the talent level and, the pace of play, the tempo, is much faster than, the previous 4 or 5 years. So it's been great to see some of the state's best athletes, go head-to-head in the state championship. And, so many of them are going off to fabulous places next year.
Yeah, I was talking to Kate Roper, again, the president here of Schoolgirls Lacrosse. Every year we have more and more girls going on to play after high school. You hear a lot about the D1 players. We've talked about a lot tonight, but there's a lot of D2. There's great D3 programs, and then as Coach Durbin, as you're involved at the University of Washington, a lot of these kids are going on to play club ball, which gets very competitive. You get a lot of those same things, and then the goal is so it's a game you can play for a long time. And talk about club ball. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how intense and competitive club ball is.
Oh, yeah, the girls are out here to play. There's you don't lose your sense of competitiveness just because you stop playing high school ball. You still take it forward. You still want to play. If you have the opportunity to in college, you're going to take advantage. And that draws a lot of our girls into our club program at the UW.
Are you out there scrimmaging with them? Are you still getting in their grill? I mean, you got their stick right there. You're just jabbing them. Durbin, man, you'll tear it up with her, won't you?
I try to get out there as much as I can. I will say I've lost a step, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
Now, my biggest
You got to come join the women's league.
That's right. Right, the post.
Absolutely.
The post league. But now Durbin's claim to fame, I hope you brought this to the University of Washington tonight. Rumors say that you have. It's the chest bump. It's the Durbin chest bump with the players.
The chest bump.
Yeah.
Nothing more exciting to call a timeout and just pick a player off and do a big chest bump. It's fun. fun for your team. It's fun for your teammates. If you're the one that's getting it, I know I get really excited. I love it.
I'll never forget. She first time JV coach, and she's fired up something. Where they're coming off the field, right? They're running back to the sideline. Here comes Durbin, just 110 miles an hour, chest bumped this kid. Freaked him. I mean, they loved it. They loved it, but they didn't really didn't expect it.
We had a small lesson on how to give chest bumps after that. We're not actually hitting the chest. You kind of got to use the abdomen a little bit. We don't want to knock anybody's chi-chis on the field. We just want to keep it in. All right. Still be excited, but be controlled. You don't jump into the person. You jump straight up. There's a little technique to it. It's subtleties, but they're lacrosse players. That's what they love to do, and that's what they live for, the subtleties of the game.
We are at a light outage here with 40 seconds left to go in the state championship game. We had a lot of fill material. That was not on the card. Just saying.
We digress.
16-11, Eastside Catholic. Boy, are they on the precipice of their second consecutive championship right here. 40 seconds, and all of a sudden the lights go out. Our PA announcer, Jim Anderson, made an announcement, but nothing's wrong with your screen. Nothing's wrong with our stream right now. But we are about 8 minutes into this stoppage here as the lights have gone out. We'll take a break on audio. Let's go see if we can find out an ETA when we'll get the lights back on. The lights back on in Tukwila. You know that song, Durbin, don't you?
Go out in Tukwila.
I'm fading the audio out on that.
Perfect.
We'll be back right after this on STSPN. Back here at the 2017 Girls State Championship game, we're showing you some replays how we got here. And you're seeing the live score up top. 40 seconds left and the lights went out. They are back on. They're warming up. As we're seeing some replays, obviously early in the evening. What a game. The first half was just firepower everywhere, back and forth. It's been a heck of a game tonight for the championship.
It's been a really good game. We've seen some really excellent lacrosse across the board. So offensively, we've seen high shots, low shots, some pipe shots tonight. Defensively, we've seen some serious stops, some stuffs in the midfield. Every draw control has been a fight.
Olivia Jacobson there, what a big shot. Just what a rip right from center street there. You're seeing more Eastside Catholic, the firepower they have. There's OJ one more time. What a fake on Twee Ortiz, who has a heck of a game as well.
Man, if you're a youth coach watching this game right now, use these clips. Tell your players to look at this. This is like a highlight clinic here on how to score the ball.
Carlin Riley there, 23, the senior. 5 goals tonight. And then you're seeing Sarah Williams, the Eastside goalie. That's our player of the game, the junior. Unbelievable, unofficial 13 saves. And here's Carlin Riley coming in.
There's that big swoop that I think got her.
It's a great save there by Ortiz. Back the other way, Chapman trying to give it.
Small pass, boom.
Right off the garbage there, Kendall Havel, the freshman. She'll be back contending. That's her third of the night. Here, Bainbridge trying to get back in this game. Down 5 at this time. Puts another one. Hagstromer been excellent as well. Carlin, punctuation point right there. I think that was her 5th.
You'll hear the
maybe.
You'll hear the crowds start to warm up again, much like the lights that are coming back on slow and steadily.
Yeah, we're showing you some highlights, some replays from tonight's championship game here on STSPN, and the players are back out in the field now, back to a live shot here. 40 seconds, 40.3 left to go in this championship game as they got the players back out. Lights are warming up. Yeah, the color looks like they have the blue turf at Boise State. It's like the green turf.
I thought I was watching Instagram. We're filtering this through. We're making it look good. Keep it coming, guys. I like seeing the opportunity, the different things.
That's right. We know what you meant.
Thanks. My tongue is tying
Hey, by the
itself.
way, thanks for feeding the meter.
Hey, no
Appreciate
problem.
that. I got your back.
I'll be honest. It took a little bit of work to scrum up a quarter nowadays. They didn't have a credit card insert.
So a little bit of an odd ending here to this great state championship. Eastside Catholic back to back.
Referee's going here, and we're back in play.
And here we go. Jessie Carroll on the near side, number 4. She'll be back for another year. Just a couple. She's only a sophomore.
Eastside sending it around the horn, getting everybody a touch. Bainbridge Island not showing the aggression that they had earlier in the game, but still on their toes.
Had almost a 15-minute delay. It's time winding down, 11 seconds. And they'll just throw it around.
Crowd singing a little steam right now.
Stay with us as we'll go down as Olivia Jacobson slams the ball down as time expires. And Eastside Catholic, the 2017 Washington State champions, one more time. We'll go down to get an interview with our player of the game, junior goalie Sarah Williams. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this on STSPN.
This thing's not even getting hit by their microphones. Scott, turn on your mic.
Sarah, what are you feeling right now?
I feel amazing.
Congratulations. Go join your friends.
Thank you.
Hey, get the shirt. You got to hold the shirt up. We'll try and get head coach Colette Foreman. There's Quan Johnson there. Picture, get it up there, Yard. 2017 championship, player of the game, STSPN. Congratulations, Sarah Williams. 13 saves unofficially. Congratulations on your second championship.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to try and get Colette. Just hang on 1 second, we'll be right back.
Hey, go to her mic. Your mic is dead. It looks like it's on.
That's okay. Colette, let's get over here. Hopefully you can see us. Colette, I talked to you when you were out at Snohomish. You were going to play Bainbridge. That was the end of the season. I talked to you tonight before. You know, back to back, I was kidding you saying, you know, this is easy peasy, right? You know how it goes now. What are you feeling right now?
These girls are absolutely fabulous. They walked into this season understanding they had lost 8 of their best friends, seniors, and they knew that it was time that they needed to come together as a team, figure out who their new leaders were going to be and how they were going to execute on the field. I was absolutely thrilled to see our freshmen, our sophomores, our juniors, and our seniors stand up, raise their hands, and say, yes, we're going to do this again.
What is it with goalies and you guys? Court Houston now playing at Regis, having a tremendous season. Our player of the game tonight, Sarah Williams. I mean, that's holding off a lot of firepower. Those Bainbridge kids played their hearts out. And she took it to her a little bit in the beginning, but Sarah fought so hard. What do you have to say about your goalie?
I can't say enough about Sarah Williams. Sarah is relentless in her work ethic. She is a student of the game. She is constantly finding ways to make her game better, and she takes direction from anybody she can find. She is a fabulous player, and she's going to have a fabulous college career. We're glad we have her for one more year.
Yes. I don't think the rest of the league is real excited, but yes. You got seniors. We talked about the great Division I. You talked about Olivia Jacobson, OJ, tremendous. What can you say? Carlin Riley, I mean, she played her guts out. She went down there. I hope she's okay. Couldn't quite tell what happened on the replay. She heard it, came down funny. Talk about the seniors and what they mean to you tonight.
Our seniors have meant everything to the leadership of this team and the direction of this team. At the beginning of the season, we gave them these very thick leadership packets that said, here's how you're going to be a leader for this team. We want you to do 20 minutes every single night. And they did it. And they've been the leaders that we've needed them to be. All of these girls, it's our job to prepare these girls for college lacrosse. And all of these girls need that leadership style. They need to understand the work ethic, and they need to learn how to lead their team to success. And they've done that. Every last one of them is special to us as an EC community, and we absolutely love them.
Lastly here for the two-time champion here, Colette Foreman, head coach. We talked about a lot of teams when you play Bainbridge, you don't want them to have a lead late because they are famous and do the stall like nobody's business. How much did you practice the stall? Because you said we had a plan for that. Your plan was to never give up the lead, right?
That was the plan. That is always the plan. You have to respect Bainbridge as a team. There's no doubt in our minds that this was going to be a tight game, and we needed it to be that way. Our girls are really good at understanding the play. We actually designed a play midway through the second half, and these are smart girls. They executed, and they were fine. So it was fabulous that they are smart girls, and they were able to execute on that.
All right, well, congratulations, Colette, on your second championship. Thank you so much. Alex, of course, talked about it. Quan, bringing in all the kind of different overlaps of basketball. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team, your families, and you're 2017 champions once again.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, thank you. We'll be back. I think if we can get one more player, maybe we will. Otherwise, we'll start wrapping it up. Hopefully the lights stay on. I think we'll wrap it up for this. Emily Durbin, tremendous. Thank you. Lindsay Gillis, the big coach over there. Come on in, Durbs. The queen of the one-liners. You got one left in you?
I do not, Scott.
That's the one-liner. For Todd Elvig, Josh Elvig, Emily Durbin, Lindsay Gillis, Scott Ohsman saying so long, Eastside Catholic champions for 2017. You've been watching high school sports on STSPN. Have a good night.